Hello everyone, and welcome to my video presentation of Between the Lines of Digital Content Creation, the Fundamentals of Design. Now, you may be wondering, what is digital content creation? I will answer that question in just a moment. But the question is that most of the time you always get put in a position, or you always put yourself in a position of making content for people to look at, whether that be on your phone, whether that be on your laptop or a tablet or a desktop computer, whether it be at work, whether it be at school, or just whether it's just a hobby or for your own enjoyment. Nowadays, just about everyone is creating digital content. So let's answer the question, what is digital content creation? Well, digital content creation is creating presentations for content consumption using software via desktop computer or mobile devices that can be transferred or shared to multiple platforms. Think of presentations at a TED Talks. In the job market of the 21st century, almost everyone needs to have some type of skills in digital content creation. A solid example of digital content is platforms such as YouTube and Vimeo, and social media platforms like Instagram or Facebook. Anything created digitally by compiling pictures, graphics, sound, text, and statistical information for public or private consumption is digital content creation. So the next time you post on Instagram, upload a video to YouTube, or share a slide presentation like this one, you're making digital content for people to consume. So let's look into some things about digital content creation. Here are the means of digital content creation and what ways that digital content is created. Video editing. People can do video editing via their laptop, or they can do it through mobile devices like their phone, which that's what majority of people do today, or you can do it through a desktop. And video editing is just, as it says, you're editing video. Just like this one in this image, this is just a project that is showing a video being edited together for a particular means. Graphic design. Now, graphic design is dealing with photo images or a rendered image, an image that's been created, and text is added to that image, such as this magazine cover. As you can see, it has a 3D rendered image of a woman, and surrounding her is text, and somebody had compiled this together, this photo cover together, to make a graphic design of this image. Now, image editing or photo editing is when you take a photo or an image and you manipulate it somehow. So think of Instagram. You take a picture with your phone, and it has a bunch of filters and effects, and you can add to that picture to make it more interesting and appealing to everyone that you'll post that picture to. So as you can see with this image, this young woman is standing probably at a sunset or a sunrise in a gown, and on the right, as you can see, that image has been enhanced. On the left, the original image has no blue sky, but the one on the right has been edited to where it has blue sky. As you can see, the woman on the left in the original image, you can barely kind of see her. She's kind of dark as far as there's no lighting. There's less lighting on her. But in the right image that's edited, she has more light, given that the image was edited to give her a more a revealing appearance. Audio. As I'm recording this video right now, I'm recording audio. Audio is generally dealing with somebody that is talking. You're recording somebody's voice or sound, like a sound effect. So that's audio. A soundtrack is different from audio. A soundtrack is like when you go on YouTube and you watch a video, or you go on another website and you watch a video, and that video has music, whether it be instrumental music or it'll be music with somebody singing. That's called a soundtrack. Then you have social media. Social media are platforms to where people create digital content. So Twitter, you're creating digital content by typing messages. Facebook, you type messages and you send videos and pictures. The same thing with Google Plus. LinkedIn, you send pictures on articles and you're typing messages and you have information about yourself. YouTube is about videos, obviously, and Pinterest and Instagram is dealing with photos. So what makes good digital content creation? The first one is contrast. Contrast has something to deal with, just like this image. As you can look at this image, you can tell that seems like this image makes up buildings. There's not a lot of detail in the image, but you can tell because of the contrast that these are buildings, because the background is dark and the buildings themselves, the shapes that make up the buildings, are of a lighter color. So that creates contrast. Use the appropriate type of digital content. So for instance, if you're saying I'm going to go out and we're going to go out and go to different restaurants or cafes this afternoon and just try out new things. Well, if you go out to those different cafes and restaurants and you're showing a bunch of pictures of shoes and stuff like that, well, that digital content is not appropriate to what you said that you were going to create. So it's good to keep the digital content appropriate to what you're going to create. So if you say if you're going to take a lot of pictures of food, then do so. Don't send a bunch of pictures of something else that's not relevant to the content you were going to create. Polished content versus textured content. Now what this means is polished content, just like the image on the left here, is say you go on YouTube and you watch a video and it looks very professionally well done, it looks well put together, has a lot of good content. The audio sounds good, the video is very clear, you can see it, the colors are saturated and nice and clean. That's polished. Textured or raw content is basically somebody taking their phone and they're just filming themselves talking, and that's pretty much it. They may have a microphone on them, they may not. They may have their phone record what they're saying, and it doesn't sound as clean or as polished as the other video that you're watching that seemed to have more of a higher production value. Basic principles of digital content creation. The first one is color. So this is part of what makes good digital content creation is the use of color. Whether that be with video, whether that be making a slide presentation, whether that be taking pictures and using a filter on that picture, it's the use of color. Making sure you're using color that comes together, that looks pleasing to the eye and inviting to that person to discover more of the content that you create.